Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a foundation review slash demo. I'm going to wear this all day for you guys on the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Hydrating Tint with Hyaluronic Acid. I recently saw a video on Shades of Cassie's YouTube channel where she compared this foundation to a La Mer foundation, which is very, very expensive. So I immediately wanted to go out and try this and do a little bit of a review for you guys because she raved about it and I think she does really good, thoughtful reviews. So I'll link her channel down below. So I purchased this at Walmart and I believe the price tag was $14.99. It didn't come with a box, so there weren't any claims or anything that I could read, but I did pull up this foundation on Ulta's website. So what it says is that it's a hydration infused tint that plumps skin and boosts hydration while providing natural looking coverage. It says some of the benefits are that it moisturizes and plumps skin for 24 hours. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It gives you more smooth and radiant skin over time. It's better for your skin than wearing no makeup at all, so I'm assuming there are some sort of skincare ingredients inside. From what I can tell so far is that those claims are true. I just applied it, about a half hour, an hour ago, so I've been wearing it for a bit now, and it feels really nice, really skin-like, about light to medium coverage, but my skin just feels really good and healthy. It doesn't look like I have anything on my face. It really doesn't, besides, the rest of my makeup. I didn't wake up with these brows. But so far it's really nice. Just as an FYI, my skin type is very combination. I'm pretty dry on the lower half of my face, and in my T-zone I get quite oily. That's my main concern, is that the oil in my skin is really going to break apart this foundation over time. But I'm not concerned about how it's going to perform on the dry areas of my face because it is hydrating. So I'm assuming that is going to be all well and fine, but I will keep checking in after I do the demo throughout the day. Stay tuned for that, and let's hop into the demo. Okay, so the shade I purchased was Honey, and it looked like it was a tiny bit dark for me when I was in store, so I just put a little bit of Sunless Tanner on, so I'm hoping that kind of helps balance everything out. It could backfire, but we'll see. So I'm gonna start, I'm not sure if I want to do a beauty blender or a brush, so I'm gonna start with a brush and just kind of see what I feel, do a little bit of beauty blender action as well, and we'll kind of see the preferred method just to start. This is what Charlie does when he has a day off. Pippi, are you so mad? So it has like an extra large doe foot applicator, which some people like, some people don't. I am just going to go ahead and use this, regardless of, hygienic reasons, to apply some to the left side of my face. Actually, this color looks like it's going to be pretty good, so I think we did the right thing. I'm just going to go in with my Smith 115 just to kind of start moving this foundation around, see what kind of coverage we get. This is a really nice kind of, seems to be more like on the light to medium side as far as coverage goes, but I think it's really pretty so far. It definitely blends in nicely. With this brush, I have a little bit of a pimple here. It's not super raised, but it's a little red, so you can probably still see a little bit of that. We'll get a good close-up though when I zoom in. I'm going to do a little bit on the side of my forehead. That's more than a little, just so we can get a comparison. And I'll use the Beauty Blender to do the other side. So here's a little comparison. This is the side before foundation. This is after. My face definitely matches my body better. I have less redness that is covered, and it looks really healthy and pretty. So I like it so far. I will give you guys a close-up just so we can see a little bit of the texture. What did and didn't cover, as you can see, there's a little bit of that blemish. You could spot conceal. I'll probably just leave it because I don't want a ton of product on my face, since it is kind of a bit of a foundation demo situation and review, so I want to see how it lasts on its own. Now I'm going to apply some to the other side, and we're going to use a beauty blender to blend everything out just to see if I can notice any differences in the coverage, the way it applies, the way it blends out, but the brush seemed to do a pretty good job. Okay. Alright, I'll show you guys a close-up, but I don't know if you'll really be able to tell a difference. on camera, what I can say is that it really did kind of work it into the skin a little bit better using the Beauty Blender. So I'm guessing on the Beauty Blender side it might last a little bit longer. It looks honestly like I'm wearing nothing, and I'm much more even than I was before. So I'm impressed so far. So this is kind of an extreme close-up of my pores. This is the side that I use the brush. If you can tell, there's a tiny bit of product you can see kind of still sitting in my pores. And on this side, it's really worked in. Here's my jaw area. Here's that blemish still peeking through. There wasn't much going on this side. Alright guys, so now just a quick first check-in. I just finished my makeup and filmed the intro to this video. It's been a little over an hour. It's now 11:45, almost noon. And it still looks really, really good. And I did put a second layer as I was doing my makeup on the lower half of my face just to see if it was buildable and to see if I could cover that blemish. And really, it didn't do much. So you're not going to be able to get more than a medium coverage with this foundation, which I am totally fine with. Still looks beautiful, no settling whatsoever, still looks hydrated, so all is good in the hood. Just in case you're interested, I use a little bit of Becca's Aqualuminous Concealer in the shade Medium under my eyes just to kind of cover a little bit of the dark circles I had going on. They were very mild, but I didn't put any foundation there. So I did that, and then I used the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow Palette on my eyes actually and my cheeks. I just used a tiny bit of the bronzer, but I think my sunless tan is so dark that it didn't really do a lot. I used just a touch of the highlight and a little bit of the blush. I use this because it's not super powdery, so I thought it wouldn't kind of interfere with the foundation as much as maybe a heavier powder would. So that is what I did for my face. Here is another close-up of my skin after an hour, so it looks about the same as it did before. So I'm gonna go on with my day and I will check back in with you guys in a few hours. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours. It is 3:17 and I think I finished at 11:30, so what is that, 4-ish hours? My foundation to me looks essentially the same. Nothing has really settled into lines. There aren't any creases up here in my forehead where I normally get foundation creases. I think a lot of that is because the foundation did really kind of mesh into the skin. It wasn't sitting right on top of it like a lot of them do. Yeah, even like the creases around my mouth look good. I will give you guys a quick zoom, but you're not going to see much difference. So far, so good. And as far as the oil goes, I am getting a little shiny in my T-zone, but I don't want to blot because I kind of want to see if the oil breaks the foundation apart. You know what I'm saying? Normally I would use like a blotting sheet, but I'm going to skip that. I'll give you guys a zoom. So here is my forehead. You can see those kind of horizontal creases. Nothing has settled into there. And then here are my nasal labial folds. Nothing has really settled into those. Alright you guys, final check-in. It is, let's see, 7:30, so I've had this on for about 8 hours now. It looks so good. The only spots where it's worn off is where I was wearing my glasses on either side of my nose. But it's kind of like worn off seamlessly, if you know what I mean. It just doesn't look like a gross patch is removed from your face like it sometimes can. For those of you who wear glasses, you probably know what I mean. Some of the redness is starting to peek through, so it is starting to lose some of its coverage, but it's losing it kind of gracefully. I don't see any areas where it's broken up. It still hasn't settled into anything gross like fine lines or pores. It just overall looks really, really nice. Here we are zoomed in. So again, you can see the blemishes. A little bit more of the redness is starting to shine through, but I'm still overall pretty even. Still no weird settling into my creases in my forehead, and it has not broken down in between my brows. So my final thoughts would be that if you prefer something that's like a lighter to medium coverage foundation, you're going to love this foundation. maybe even regardless of your skin type. If you like your skin to be super matte, you aren't going to like it. It does have a more natural to slightly dewy finish even, so definitely not matte, but I think it would be perfect for someone who would have dry skin, normal skin, and even combo like me. If you're super, super oily, I can't really attest to that because my oily areas aren't the most oily right now, considering I'm in Minnesota and it's winter. So it's quite dry here, so my oil has been behaving slightly. But yeah, if you guys have tried this foundation, any of you who do have oily skin and it's worked for you, feel free to leave me and for everyone who is watching a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber already. Give this video a thumbs up if you like foundation reviews. Leave me any comments or questions down in the comment section. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!